My in-laws said I don't deserve their son because I'm poor. My Mil slammed her wine glass on the table so hard, the stem snapped, pointed at me in front of 20 dinner guests and said, "You don't deserve our son. He was raised for better than poverty." The room went dead silent while my husband choked on his water, and my FL nodded like she just delivered a TED Talk. I hadn't even finished chewing my bread. My husband started stammering, "Mom, what are you talking about?" She waved him off. "Sweetheart, I know you think you're in love, but love doesn't pay mortgages." Fail added, "Or raise children correctly." My entire face heated. "I have a job," she snapped. "A job isn't a career." "Oh, so I guess teaching isn't a real profession now?" Incredible. But she wasn't done humiliating herself. She actually stood up, tapped her fork on her glass like she was making a wedding speech, and said, "Everyone, please. We've been meaning to address this. Our son deserves someone at his level, someone from a family with assets, someone who won't drain him." My husband shouted, "Mom!" She kept going. "We tried to be polite. We tried to give her a chance, but she grew up with nothing, and people with nothing learn to take." I almost laughed. "I grew up poor, sure, but I've never taken anything that wasn't handed in my own paycheck." I said calmly, "So you're calling me a gold digger?" Mill scoffed. "How can you dig for gold when you have none?" Phil chuckled like that was the joke of the year. My husband turned red. Not angry red, embarrassed red. "Mom, you're out of line." She turned on him. "You don't see it because you're blinded by hormones, but we see the truth." I asked. "And what truth is that?" Phil folded his arms. "That you're with him to level up, to get access to our resources." Their resources? A used Lexus and a timeshare in a city no one visits, but then MIL delivered the blow she'd clearly rehearsed. She said, "We spoke to an attorney. If you two insist on marrying, we are requiring a prenup that protects everything. Our son will not be financially responsible for your upbringing." Upbringing? Did she think I ate rocks growing up? My husband blinked. "You talked to a lawyer? About my marriage?" Mill proudly said, "Yes, we're only doing what good parents do." He whispered, "That's controlling." She gasped like he'd slapped her. But here's the twist, her big reveal. She smacked a folded document onto the table. "We wrote a contract. Sign it tonight or this relationship ends." Guests stared like they were watching a scandal unfold live. I opened the document. It was insane. It listed things like, I cannot request financial help from them. I cannot influence their son's spending. I cannot expect to inherit anything. And the best line, wife acknowledges her lower social standing and agrees not to burden the family. I almost passed out from the audacity fumes. My husband grabbed it, read it, and turned white. Then he said, "This is disgusting." Mill said, "It's reality." I stood up slowly. My husband reached for my hand. Phil rolled his eyes. Here come the tears. I wasn't crying. I was calculating, because what they didn't know was that I had just gotten a promotion, a big one, 6 figures, full benefits, stock, and my boss, who believed in me more than these people ever would, had already emailed the contract, and I'd kept it secret to surprise my husband. So while they stood there assuming I was some helpless charity case, I pulled out my phone, opened the offer letter, slid it across the table, and said, "Actually, I make more than your son now." Mill froze like her soul glitched. Phil leaned in, squinting. "This is fake." "Nope," I said. "Call the company. HR will confirm." My husband burst out laughing, not at me, but at them. He said, "Mom, Dad, you are the ones marrying up." Mill's face went through all 7 stages of grief in 7 seconds, but the humiliation wasn't done. One of the dinner guests, a family friend, whispered loudly, "Didn't you two file bankruptcy in 2018? Another murmured, "Aren't they behind on their HOA fees?" Someone else went, "Didn't they borrow money from their son last year?" Mill snapped, "Stop talking!" But it was too late. Her reputation crumbled faster than her cheap wine glass. Phil tried saving face. "Why didn't you tell us you had a better job?" I smiled. "Because I don't owe you explanations, and because you only judge people by their wallets." My husband put his arm around me and said, "If you can't respect her, you can't be in our lives." Mill shrieked, "You're choosing her over us?" He said, "Yes, easily." She stomped out. Phil followed, muttering something about ungrateful children. But here's the final twist. 2 hours later, my husband got a text from his mom. "Do not tell anyone we filed bankruptcy." He replied, "Then don't tell people my wife is poor." Then I got a text from her. "Congratulations on the promotion, but that doesn't change your background." So I sent one thing back, a photo of the shredded prenup contract floating in our champagne glasses with, "Good thing we won't need this." Tomorrow they want to meet and talk. And tomorrow, all they're getting is a locked door and the same silence they gave me when they decided I wasn't worthy of their son.